Hi guys, it's Night Fear again. This is the third day video for StrikeBackVideoAthon. And today's prompt is favorite fantasy books. Now, I love horror books the most, but the second kind of book I like the most is fantasy. But going through my books, I discovered that I don't have a lot of fantasy books right now. And that's because I used to have over 1,500 books, and because I'm stupid and guys are, I had stored some of my books in a place, and they ended up getting ruined, and so I lost 90% of my books, and so I've had to start from pretty much scratch and start collecting again. So anyway, I did find some, and then I have one series that I want to recommend that I have on the computer. So I'm going to show you those two. So let's get started. The first, and I have two different things from the same author, Anne McCaffrey. If you guys like dragons and have not read any Anne McCaffrey books, you really, really need to. Her Dragon Riders of Pern series is amazing. These are the only three I have right now. And this is actually about a girl who wants to be what they call a harper, which is a storyteller. And basically her dad says, and so she runs away, and it's about, these books are about her becoming a harper. And she actually finds the smaller dragons. I can't remember if there's a name they have. Oh, fire lizards. They're fire lizards. And so anyway, this is a three, she usually doesn't do, it's a world, and usually the book's kind of connected, but not really. But this one is one of the series in the Dragon Riders of Pern world. I guess that's how you'd put it. But the Dragon Riders of Pern world is basically, there are dragons in this world, and the dragons pick you to be their rider, and basically you bond for life. And it's a whole world, and it's, they have, I don't know, there's just so much politics, and it's a very, 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 very good world, and I love the way that she writes. So yes, check out any of her, Dragon Riders of Pern series. Now, I believe she also writes sci-fi too. So, check those out too. I haven't read any of her sci-fi. But anyway, so that's those. I am a unicorn girl. I love unicorns. And she has this series of books, and it's called, this is the first one. It's called Acornia the Unicorn Girl. And it's about this girl who is orphaned, and these guys find her, and it's basically her story of going home and just what happens, and it's a really good story, and I really, really enjoyed it. So if you like unicorns like I do, check this one out too. But this one's Anne McCaffrey and Margaret Ball. But yes, and there's a whole bunch of Acornia books, and it goes on, I think, with her children also. I've read most of them, but this is the only one I own right now. I'm working on collecting some more. Okay, the next one I have is going to be a surprise, and of course Stephen King is my favorite author, so if I can work one of his books in something, hey, but this is Eyes of the Dragon. And it is to me, I don't know what the world considers it, but I do consider this a fantasy book. Basically, it's about this boy whose father is the king, and there's an evil wizard in there, and, it's basically, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to say too much, but it's a really, 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 really good book. And I've had this one several times, and it's such a very, I don't know, very, very, very good book. So check it out. You'll be surprised. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised that this is a Stephen King book, because it's so different from the other books that I've read from him. Okay, and then the next one is on the computer, and I hope this will work out. Okay. These are by Piers Anthony. It's the Incarnations of Immortality series. The first book is On a Pale Horse, and it's about death. A man actually is hard on his luck, and he ends up, if I remember right, it's been a while since I've read it. I'm thinking he's thinking about committing suicide or something, but death ends up showing up, and he ends up killing death, and then he becomes death. And so it tells the story of what death has to do and what death has to go through. And it's a really awesome book. And then it goes on, Bearing an Hourglass, which is about time. With a Tangled Skein is about fate. Wielding a Red Sword is about war. Being a Green Mother is about Mother Nature. And then you have For the Love of Evil. For Love of Evil and Eternity. So which is about good and evil. And so it's really interesting. And it does, I mean, you can read them separately, but in some of them it does refer to the other characters in some of the other books. And the cool thing about time, guys, is time actually lives backwards, which is, it's an interesting little, I don't know, it's such a good series. I did own them all at one time, but once again, they were lost in the books, which makes me so sad. And I've been trying to find them, and I haven't been able to find them in any used bookstores. So I think I'm going to have to go online and buy them. But it really is. If you ever get a chance to read them, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. One of my favorite fantasy series. All right, guys. So now it's time for the recommendations part of the video. Let me get my sheet here. For the BookTube, recommendations, I have, the first one is Harriet Rosie. She is a very quirky booktuber. She does have, quite a few subscribers, so she's kind of on the higher end of the smaller booktubers, but she's just, I don't know, she just has this way about her and way of expressing herself. I've watched several discussion videos, from her and just really enjoyed her videos, so check her out. And then A Book Between Worlds is my second recommendation. I have not watched as much from her, but I have seen her being recommended on a couple of different channels. So, go check her out and see what you think. And, guys, of course, I want you to check out all these people, but sometimes, I go on some and they're not for me. Or, especially with ColorTube, because I am not one that likes music when they're coloring with music. I hate that. And so I will not recommend any of those channels because I don't like them. It's just something I do not like. But that does not mean that channel is bad. And if you like that channel, that's awesome. And please go support those kind of channels. But I can't recommend something that I don't really like. So that's why I'm telling you some of these I haven't watched a lot. So I don't really know if I love them or not. And if I really love them, then I will tell you that too. So anyway, the ColorTube channels that I'm going to recommend is Coloring Frances. She is so sweet. I have seen her. She's another one that's really, a part of the ColorTube community. I've seen her in several of different live streams on YouTube, and chatted with her, and she is very sweet, and I love her channel. And the other one is Becky Ray. She is a very, 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 very new YouTuber, but she's got a lot of information on her channel, and she does not just do ColorTube. She actually has a couple of different things on her channel also, which my channel being what it is, I kind of like those channels. So check her out. And like I said, she is one of the smaller, YouTubers. So that is the end of day 3. Yay, guys. I'm all caught up. Hopefully I'll be able to stay. I really would like to do all of these prompts. A couple of them, I don't know if I'm going to do them or not because they don't really apply to me because I have not been on BookTube very long. But I might just do it and just, maybe have a really small discussion, and at least, recommend some some more channels. So once again, guys, like I said in my video earlier, if you have a channel that you think I should check out, either ColorTube, BookTube, and actually any kind of YouTube video, crafty, you know, whatever, if you think I'll like it, go ahead and recommend it, and I'll check it out. And if I like it and they're a smaller YouTuber, hey, I'll go ahead and recommend them, because I have, let's see, we're on day 3 and we're going to day 30. So I have lots and lots and lots of room for channels to recommend. So thank you so much for watching. Actually hoping to get one more video done today. And you guys, please continue to be kind to each other. And I will talk to you later.